This demo will go over the powerful data retrieval capabilities incorporated in an approach we call boxing. This approach frees you from having to know the search patterns needed in the future, making it great for both exploratory analysis of your forms as well as very capable as an audit and tracking tool. Boxing is a natural extension of and adds to the power and utility of clustering. We define boxing as drawing a box to define a region of interest and having the system retrieve that region from all the pages in the cluster. This powerful approach gets the data from forms very rapidly, whether it's in handwriting, drawing, images, or machine-readable text. Some uses include insurance companies that have accident forms that get filled in for each customer. Doctors have many forms that are filled and filed with each patient, and legal firms have forms that get filed with each case. Each industry with data and paper has its own use cases. When folks need to find, audit, or aggregate data from specific forms, they end up searching through all the forms and all the folders and extracting the needed data. Boxing allows you to do that easily and simply by drawing a box around the region of interest on the form within a cluster, and having FormBoxx retrieve the data from the forms across all the folders. Let's see how boxing is used with the Healthcare Sandbox as an example. In order to extract data from specific forms, we need to get to those forms. So we'll go in through the directory structure, taking patient AA1, and then looking for the form type or cluster of interest. We'll choose cluster 13. It is an intake form, as you can see here, with information about the patient, things about their health concerns, and then finally a lot of information about their healthcare practitioners, which we're interested in. In order to get the data out of this form in a way that's useful, we'll go to the cluster page. This page shows the intake form as well as the number of examples that are in this particular FormBoxx, the healthcare FormBoxx. The idea here is we want to get the information out of specific elements on that page, all the way across all the forms in that cluster. In order to do that, we use boxing. Boxing is literally drawing a box around the data that you want to extract, not just from the page that you see, but from all like forms. Let's say the question we're trying to answer is, what are the main primary or specialist physicians that are involved with the patient? To do this, we will draw a box around the specialist and where the specialist name is located, and that immediately brings up a field for entering a name. It's always a wise thing to put a name for a particular field, and then you can determine what type it is, text, numeric, date, etc. In addition, let's say we're interested in what pharmacy this patient tends to use. So we'll draw a box around the pharmacy area, and that creates a second field which we can then go in and name as well. To keep it simple, we'll go ahead with just those two fields. However, you could add as many fields as you'd like. By clicking View Elements, the system goes and it gathers up the information from all of the examples across that cluster. You can see that there are 8 examples as shown here. The table of the elements has information about the patient, or that is the directory from where this information is coming. It allows a link to the view and has the source going from left to right. After the first 3 columns in the table, the data comes in from the different forms. As you can see, there's the subimage plus the OCR for each form, for each field. Let's say we were interested in Dr. Fahey's patient. Turns out it's FF6. By clicking on that directory, we get to the patient's directory immediately, and we see cluster 13. So in an exploratory way, we've taken a form where we knew information should exist that we're interested in, found that form, found the information of interest, and used that information to get back to a patient based on the physician that was treating him. That's pretty powerful, all from paper or PDF. In fact, we might want to examine what information we have about drugs that are being given by a particular physician across a patient population. This ability to drill across directories based on form types is very, very powerful, and we think you'll be able to use this in whatever field you're working in, be it healthcare, legal, financial, real estate, or many of the other places that use a lot of paper that is spread across a number of directories. In the next segment, we'll examine how you can use FormBoxx to not only extract that data in an exploratory manner, but also export it to Excel.